Hello and welcome to Rev Force. Again, sorry for the delay because the car got stuck and there was a little bit of a issue with the car that I was coming in and with the other journalists. So sorry for the delay again. And you will be thinking that why exactly is Snehashish not there? If you guys did not join us in the show before, Snehashish is not there because Snehashish is traveling to Vadodara, and as we speak, he is on his way. So he will join again pre-show on the third. But that's why let's take let's take the questions today. Of course, it was the way Delhi bowled was fantastic. The way Delhi batted, I think they were keeping everyone interested. They just wanted to ensure that देखो टिकट का पैसा तो सबने दिया है ना, तो जिसने टिकट का पैसा दिया है उसको 40 ओवर तो कम से कम दिखाना है ना मैच. तो इसीलिए यू नो आई थिंक इसीलिए बहुत जरूरी है कि 20 ओवर मैच हो, 20-20 40 ओवर मैच हो, क्योंकि ये चेजेस बहुत डेंजरस है भाई. एनीवे यूको मणिकंदन इज सेइंग ऑन स्टेज का क्या मतलब है. हाँ, आई टेक द कमेंट्स. आज कमेंट्स पे पूरा बात करते हैं, तो देखते हैं. Yuko Manikandan, hey Trishaka, finally we qualified. Hopefully we'll win the eliminator and the final and lift our first cup. DC's all-round performance was awesome. DC forever. बैटिंग में मुझे लगा कि अभी भी प्रॉब्लम्स तो है. देखो कि क्योंकि see, the problem is DC's batting. I think I won't say it's fragile because there was a 73-run partnership between um, Laura Woolward and Shafali, but also Laura Woolward was dropped twice, Shafali was dropped once. So shaky to hai abhi bhi batting lineup, and Marizane Cap's batting. Oh my God. Yuko Manikandan. DC is the only team to qualify all 4 seasons. Consistency is key. Hopefully we cross the line this time. Yes. Seriously Manikandan, अब तो बस हो ही जाए एक ट्रॉफी. मुझे ये समझ में नहीं आया कि मेरा, हाँ ठीक है. ओके. Yuko Manikandan, Deepthi takes Henry's wicket. Finally, we win. I thought we would choke again. DC is giving me more heartbreaks than my girlfriend. I hope your girlfriend does not give you a heartbreak. But DC is, in fact, Jonathan Betty himself said that, you know what, we are making a close thing of all the chases. That's what is happening. Yuko Manikandan, Sushaka Marisane Cap's batting off the season. She usually a dangerous batter. So frustrating to see what's going on. Hope she turns it around. She was very angry today. In fact, I think she got a little emotional after getting out. She was sitting there, and the coach, one of the coaches at the end of the match went and spoke to her, but she was very, very heartbroken about her own batting. But you're absolutely correct. I mean, I can't believe that Marizane Cap has not had an impact as a batter. I can't remember any other season that she was this bad with the bat. Yuko Manikandan, Abhishek Nair says he's learning about women's cricket. Surprised he's the coach of a WPL team. Why not Nushin Alkadir? She's a fantastic coach. Nushin Alkadir is coaching Vidarbha, and I think tomorrow is third, right? No, day after is third. Third, she is in fact coming to Vadodara with the Vidarbha team for the senior women's one-day trophy, which is starting from the 6th. But yes, I completely agree with you that we should start looking at women coaches, especially someone like Nushin Al-Kadir. She's a fantastic coach. On top of that, she's your twice World Cup winning coach. I mean, yes, she was in the head coach, but she was there. So I think Nushin Al-Kadir should definitely be considered. Anjali, hi Dee. I think DC gave only heartbreaks and heart attacks, but happy got the win. Yeah, that's the important part. Whatever they did, they won. Snehal K, I don't know, but my hope says DC win this WPL because DC is third team in eliminator, and it's record that eliminator team win in final. Always, it's good DC not table topper this time. क्या पता शायद jinx break हो जाए table topper ना बन के. Um, Yuko Manikandan, Pakistan's boycotting the T20 World Cup match against India. Do you think the same thing will happen in the Women's World Cup in June? I don't think so. Ideally, should not happen. Uh, because what's the point? I mean, the Pakistan women's team anyway is barely going to win a few matches. And honestly, I don't even know why the Pakistan men's team is doing it. Just forfeiting a match, sorry, just boycotting a match is taking their points away. That makes no sense to me. Women's team, I would still understand that maybe they would anyway lose, so that's fine. But men's team still had a chance. With the Pakistan team, my only thing is I find it a little childish what they do most of the time. Very emotionally driven, and that maturity is lacking. Okay. Um, Anjali, today Jemmy captaincy was good, and also most important, Jemmy the batter performed and looked very calm in the situation. Your thoughts? Calm? मुझे तो लगा, you know, I genuinely have a feeling that Jemmy is docked off. Like Jemmy से कोई पैसे ले लेता है अगर वो crease में खड़ी होती है. Like if she's not moving around in the crease every single delivery, it seems like somebody takes away her her, what do you call that, match fee. कुछ पैसे कट जाते हैं for every ball that she plays standing on the crease. क्योंकि वो हर बॉल पे इधर उधर जाती रहती है. Um, now, Anjali, now hoping that DC win against GG. Yes, of course. Ananya Sharma can't believe MI lost two of their matches to UP Warriors, all cause Nair hurt Harleen's ego. Ugh, seriously. I mean, I think of this that UP won only those two matches, and that actually is, um, you know, best part is, well, if MI had won even one of those games, they would have qualified. So yeah. Denver Johnson, Trisha, a complete lackluster performance by DC after such a good bowling spell. Jimmy was the only one who looked comfortable in control in the crease. Jimmy also gave me a little bit of a heart attack, but yes, Jimmy would look much better because I think she was playing with a straighter back. That's the good part. Um, Batting, yes, I think Shafali has not looked this bad and this underconfident for a long time. Laura Woolward was looking absolutely absurd and scratchy. Yes, after she settled down, she played some very good shots. But the initial phase, has she been taken either by Sophie Eccleston or by Asha Shobnaja? It could have been very, very. You never know, it could have got tighter. And Marison Cap, oh my God, I do feel that maybe just send Marison Cap after. I don't know. I don't even want to say send her after Chanel Henry because honestly, it does not make sense to me. But if she has forgotten how to bat, then we can ही बोल सकते. अंजलि, आज जेमी ने कोई भी अजीब शॉट नहीं खेले, ये तो आई अग्री. मिताली दी मिताली दी इन कमेंट्री आल्सो सेड जस्ट प्लेइंग क्रिकेटिंग शॉट्स. अब देखो, अगर मिताली राज ने बोल दिया है कि जमाइमा रॉड्रिगेज क्रिकेटिंग शॉट बोल रही है, तो हमारी इतनी औकात कहाँ है कि हम कुछ और बोले. Anjali, Heidi, I also think Jimmy will perform excellent only in do or die match. ये तो अजीब शौक है. ये शौक अगर जेमी ने पाल रखे हैं तो हम क्या कर सकते हैं, बताओ. Yuko Manikandan, DC is playing their first eliminator and it's actually an advantage. One knockout game before the final helps handle pressure and the extra rest days don't hurt either. Agreed. Denver. DC needs to make the following changes. Move Nikki up the order ahead of Cap and Henry. I agree. Snehal K, once I feel like DC is weakest team, and other way I feel like DC strong team. What you feel? DC is strong or weak team? DC is strong team if they can perform well. If they cannot perform well, then because see, it depends on the execution. On paper, I think DC is a very strong team. If you go through the entire squad, you will see it's the top five. If Malzahn Cap was not this badly out of form, then think of the top five. You have Lizzie Lee. You have Shafali Verma, what a pair to start off with. And then there is technically such a sound player, Laura Woolward, and then there is Jemmy, then there's Marizanne Cap, then for big hitting, you have Chanel Henry. So on papers, this is a very strong squad, but I don't think they have been able to execute their plans as much as they would have wanted to. Snehal K, I think MI fans also watching today's match feel sad for them. Sad they predict MI in final. भी देखो ये तो लगेगा कि सब अपने अपने टीम को बैकअप करेंगे. Denver Johnson, DC is behaving like a blow hot, blow cold team. Jamie can do wonders if she just sticks to the basics and doesn't improvise. I hope that maturity will eventually kick in. I think the entire DC fan unit is waiting for that. Yuko Manikandan, do you think Dottin will be released next season and will there be a coach change? UP Warriors has great players, but they lack power hitters. Not only Dottin, I think a number of players need to be replaced, and some of the, you know, there are domestic players who, and especially, they have to look at players who can finish the innings, play in that middle order. UP's problem is the middle order. I think UP lost the match in the first ball itself when Meg Lanning got out. LBW had Meg Lanning been there, 20, 25, 30 runs extra, and BC could have bottled up. You never know. Snehal came. Watching today's match, batting wise, Henry and Cap terrible. And I don't know, but they don't trustable. I hope they perform all-rounder performance. Yeah, क्या ही बोले. स्नेहल के माई फैंस कॉन्फिडेंस. नहीं तो फैन है अगर किसी टीम की तो उसी टीम को सपोर्ट करेंगे. I'm so sorry. A friend of mine has. A friend of mine has written something which I did not understand. Anyway, Snehal K. Hope DC take revenge of Gigi in eliminator of 2 matches lost. Jonathan Beatty said the same thing, after the match. Rono 44 Cap maybe forgot how to bat. Yeah, it seems so. Rono, this is a serious problem with DC that they just choke up when they have to chase any sort of target. And if they have to chase 150 plus, they'll surely mess up, as we saw it twice against Gigi. Sophie Devine is the happiest person right now in the world. 2 बार हुआ है इसका मतलब ये नहीं कि तीसरी बार भी होगा. तो देखते हैं ना. DC is the only team with the capacity to beat RCB. देखो DC टीम के पास कैपेसिटी वाइज, कैपेबिलिटी वाइज, पोटेंशियल वाइज तो है, बट करना भी तो पड़ेगा वो एग्जीक्यूट. Rono 44, hope DC will not choke day after tomorrow again and qualify for the final 4th time in a row. Anyway, Gigi will bat first again and DC will chase again. Yes. Prince Virat, DC daring and caring. All the members have lots of dare and they care for each other so much. अच्छा. ये तुमको कैसे पता है प्रिंस कि एक दूसरे के बारे में ये लोग केयर करते हैं नहीं करते हैं. Rupali Bhatia, DC once again was about to give a heart attack. They are bad at chasing. They should bat first against Gigi cause both times Sophie got the better of them while chasing. बट ये तो मैं उल्टा भी बोल सकती हूँ ना. वो लोग 200 टारगेट के भी पास आए चेज करने के, 170 के भी पास आए चेज करने के, तो वो भी तो है. Prince Virat, I feel all the players in DC are so positive. They believe in their abilities so much. I hope they do, because abilities की तो कमी है नहीं यहाँ पे, execution की है, of course. Snehal K. Jemima has played captain stock today. Please the way she accepted and handled the responsibility like mature. Where her height doesn't matter, the way she played cricket, her ability matters. How? उसका height? Why is her height in question at all? Rupali Bhatia, Lee also not performing, only performed in 2 odd games. How about opening with Shifu and Laura with Lee down the order? Because early wicket loss puts panic in DC squad and they keep losing wickets. No, today the second wicket was 73-run partnership. Rupali, I don't think there is panic. It's just that Cap and Henry have not been They have not at all been able to bat. That's the point. Prince Virat. Only one name for Cap, the warrior. Her aggression on the field shows how seriously she is. अरे यार, कहाँ चले गए? Sorry. Only one cap, sorry, only one name for Cap, the warrior. Her aggression on the field shows how seriously she is aspiring for a win. No one should take anything for granted, especially after earning lots of money. कोई कुछ granted नहीं ले रहा है, Prince Virat. चिल मारो. Snehal ke, where are those people जो yesterday DC's choker team, where are the people? I think they hide. Fourth time DC had top three. छोड़ो ना यार, जिस वो फैंडम तो ऐसे ही चलता है ना, वो लोग बोलेंगे इसमें क्या ही है. Ananya Sharma, UP Warriors came to this tournament just to knock out him. Absolutely no other purpose serves. यार ये मुझे किसी ने तो आज प्रेस बॉक्स में भी बोला कि यूपी लगता ही है कि आया था मुंबई को निकाल देने के लिए. Prince Virat Cap has genuinely accepted that her batting ability is down currently. The ability is not down, Prince. The execution is a problem. Uh, Prince Virat, I'm eager to see Cap versus Divine in the next match. Cap versus Divine, who's the best bowler currently? Any day, anytime, it will always be Marizana Cap. Prince Virat, Pooja Vastrkar didn't have game time. Can RCB make her play in the finals? I think RCB will not change the team that they played in the last game. Prince Virat, I felt sad looking at Abhishek Nair after the loss. He's definitely a very active coach. I think some calculations misfired at auctions time. I also think he needs to do a little more scouting. That will become important. Prince Virat Deepti 2.0 as an opener, strike rate increase, finding the gaps and shot selections are good. I want to see her playing one down in ODIs. जेमी को टीम से निकाल दिया तुमने, प्रिंस विराट. Anj, Cappy is struggling in batting, but why? I have no idea because I don't see any technical issue as such. I'll still try to find out, but I don't think so. Uh, why did the DC players play? अरे कहाँ चले गए भाई? क्या हो गया? Why did the DC players play reckless shots? They just needed to take singles to win the match. Credit to Jemmy for holding her nerves and taking the team over the line. Want Gigi to win though, as I don't want to see another heartbreak in the final. वाह, ये क्या लॉजिक है? मेरे को हार्ट नहीं चाहिए तो टीम ही हार जाए, बेस्ट है ये तो. फिर तो डीसी को खेलना ही नहीं चाहिए. Kavya Jain, Trishadi, very happy for Deepthi as an all-rounder. The way she evolves is superb. Trishadi, in every match, Deepthi contributes. I think यूपी वॉरियर्स को सिर्फ दीप्ति को रिटेन करना चाहिए. Absolutely. और मुझे ये लगा कि अगर यूपी could have used Deepthi much better, their season would have been way better. I felt one of the reasons that I think one of the reasons, I think one of the reasons that um, UP Warriors are not in a good position is because they did not use Deepthi well. Prince of World. If Jemmy played proper cricket shot, she will do much better, right, Trishadi? Absolutely. Yes, two more games now. Correct. And in fact, if she had stuck to the kind of batting that she did today, even though she did not stand straight in the crease for one single ball, but even then, just give me one second. Sorry, guys. Yeah. I think Harman should take Jemmy for toss. हाँ, as she wins almost every time. ये बहुत अच्छा सजेशन है. हरमन किसी और को बस टॉस कैप्टन बना दे, क्योंकि टॉस जीतने के लिए. करेक्ट. आई एग्री. Simon Mitra, congratulations, Trisha. Good night. Thank you. Good night. Prince of World, your rating for Jemmy's captaincy and batting. I thought she did very well today. Captaincy में especially मुझे जो अच्छा लगा ना Prince of World, that every time there was a new batter, when Cherney was bowling, she had a slip for that batter, because Cherney's ball will leave the right hander, and new batter के लिए वो slip काफी important था. So I thought good strategy. Your Jemmy's batting आज अच्छा किया, but I would still like her to be a little more steady in the crease. You know, right? Okay. Persona 82008. Persona 8208. At least Jemmy finished the match race. Still, I feel Gujarat has an edge. Anyway, going to support TC. Huh? Okay. Ashok Ghosh is asking, Tita Shadu বাংলার মেয়েটার কি হলো একটু বলবেন? তিতাসের আঙ্গুলে মানে বুড়ো আঙ্গুলে ইনজুরি আছে বলে আবার বেরিয়ে গেছে, সেই জন্য সেই জন্য খেলছে না. বাট অকশনে তো সিলেক্টেড হয়েছিল, এখন ইনজুরির জন্যই ম্যাক্সিমাম বাইরে থাকে, তাই আর খেলে ওঠা হচ্ছে না. এত বেশি ইনজুরি হয়ে যাচ্ছে, শি হ্যাজ বিকাম ভেরি ইনজুরি প্রোন আনফরচুনেটলি. Devil King, both Marizanne Cap and Henry, have they really had only one off day since the fourth season started? Did Cappy completely forget how to hold the bat properly despite delivering with the bat earlier? Trisha Siso, both Cap and Henry have the. No, I did not say they had one off day. Who said they had one off day? I said with the bat, Henry scored 146 and Cap played two, I would say, two good. I mean, good knocks means two of the knocks where she came in crunch situation and finished the game. But otherwise, both of them exactly, they have forgotten how to hold the bat, especially Marizanne Cap. I mean, I am quite surprised the way Marizanne Cap is batting. Southern, DC will choke against Gigi. Okay. Devil King. Trisha Siso, was Henry the right choice as a finisher for DC given her recent form? Now, Alana King, a better all-rounder replacement for Henry in the DC playing 11 for the eliminator and final match? What are you saying, Devil King? Henry has taken Meg Lanning's uh, wicket. You can't only talk about Henry is not there for her batting price. She's also your new ball bowler. And I think both of them, Marizanne Cap has the 7 wickets in power play, which is the highest, most wickets in the power play this season. So don't look at their batting and decide that they should be dropped from the team. Shubham Vashisht, ये कैप हेनरी कर थे. ओके, समझ ही नहीं आया यार. तुम शॉर्ट फॉर्म में ना लिख के सही से लिखो. Sports fan, will it be Divine against DC again? I don't know. Don't think so. Have a feeling that DC will be third time uh, lucky. Sports fan, what's next for UP? Well, they have to rebuild next year, and I think they have to take some tough, harsh calls. Of course, Meg Lanning said she'll be back next year because she's enjoying her cricket. So Meg Lanning will probably remain the captain. But we'll have to see. I do think the Indian core needs to change for UP. Snehal, I feel like this match, deja vu, DC lost this match against UP, lost all wickets while chasing that low total. No, DC has won both the matches against UP, Baba. Sports fan, all that Hurling support looks pale now. What did she do overall after those 2 matches? Poor. True. Nirala Sarka, what should DC do after winning the toss? Eh? Acha, next game ka पूछ रहे हो? I think they should chase. I would say they should chase. Devil King, Trisha, एक सवाल 4 बार करने की कोई जरूरत नहीं है डेविल किंग. यू नो आई विल टेक ऑल द क्वेश्चंस. Prince Virat, what if Abhishek Nair makes Pratika Raval keep the wickets in the next season? कुछ भी कर सकते हैं भाई. Sports fan, your thoughts on usage of Deepti? I thought UP has not been able to use Deepti very well. She should have batted in the top order. She should have bowled, 1 over in the death, 1 over in the power play, and 2 in the middle. They did not use her properly. The ball as well. Personally, I'm a little disappointed by the Indian batters' performances in the WPL, given that T20 World Cup is coming. Hope they find good forms in the bilateral series. Well, uh, Harman is in form. Smriti is doing okay. Jemmy today is only the second innings that she made some substantial runs. Shafali has been all over the place. Aniruddha Datta, who are the finds of this WPL season for India? Nandini Sharma and Anushka Sharma are two names that come to mind, but there is still a gap between the India regulars and others. No one is challenged. थोड़ा टाइम दो यार, लीग का 4th ईयर हुआ है. आईपीएल में 4th ईयर में जिसने रन किया होगा वो अभी भी खेल रहा है क्या? नहीं ना, बहुत सारे. थोड़ा सा तो टाइम देना पड़ेगा यार, तुम लोगों में को बिल्कुल ही पेशेंस नहीं है. Denver Johnson, the only person standing between DC and the final is divine. Break her and the match is theirs. Gardner is not someone who can hold on to her nerves. On point. Kavya Jain. Trishadi, I'm assuming Shafali and Lee innings were due for the big match. Yes, Shafali and Lee, one will play in the eliminator, one in the final. That's it. Aniruddha Datta, who are the finds of this? Same question. Trishadi, what happened to Kranti Kaur bowling? I think if she didn't perform, she can be replaced by Nandini, quite possible, but Kranti does have better speed. Kranti needs to work on her line and length, and I think also she has to learn how to mix her pace. Gish, RCB deserve to win this year. वो तो 3 साल से DC deserving था भी. देखते हैं क्या होता है. Indian supporter, एक सेकंड please. ये कहाँ चला जाता है? Indian supporter, DC should not opt to bat first in playoffs because they get very nervy while should opt to bat first in playoffs because they get very nervy while chasing, and no one in the lineup is exception to that, which is more worrisome. पर जो मैचेस जीते हैं वो तो बैट फर्स्ट में कितने जीते हैं? चलो, क्योंकि हम इतना बैट फर्स्ट बैट सेकंड की बात ही कर रहे हैं, तो डीसी ने 4 मैचेस जीते, राइट? एक सेकंड देखते हैं कि कितने बैट फर्स्ट जीते हैं और कितने बैट सेकंड जीते हैं, तभी समझ में आ जाएगा. चारों जो मैचेस जीते हैं, चारों चेज करके जीते हैं. So I don't think there is any chance of them all of a sudden changing that. इंडियन सपोर्टर, ये पाकिस्तान वाले सब नौटंकी कर रहे हैं, ये उल्टा हाइप बढ़ा रहे हैं इस वर्ल्ड कप की, सब बातें कर रहे हैं, कर गए. अब एवरी पब्लिसिटी इवन नेगेटिव इज गुड पब्लिसिटी हो सकता है. शरण्य हजरत, Trishadi tells Snehashish to say that DC will win against GG and you say GG will win. ठीक है, परसों करते हैं ये. Sports fan, DC have just scraped to knockout. Now, what if they peak and win final 2 games? What will be your reaction? जब होगा ये तब देखना reaction क्या होगा. Would you believe if someone had told you Henry will lead your pace attack before season along with Cappy? हाँ, क्योंकि हमारे पास option नहीं था ना. The other pacer was Sutherland. I would not have said that Henry will be leading the pace attack because, Sutherland would have been there, na? Bhanumati, people's obsession with Alana King is never ending. Her own country didn't pick her in the T20 squad. Thank you, Bhanumati, for saying that. Thank you so much. मैं ये पहले दिन से बोल रही हूँ कि उसके कंट्री लोग सिलेक्ट नहीं कर रहे, हम क्यों मरे जा रहे हैं उसके लिए, ये नहीं समझ आ रहा है. शरण्या हजर, शिप्रा गिरी अगर विकेट कीपर है तो उसे पहले से क्यों नहीं खिलाया? भूल गए थे उसको विकेट कीपिंग आता है. इंडियन सपोर्ट, आफ्टर दिस WPL लॉरेन बेल बहुत सारे प्लान्स और मैरिजा ने क्या बहुत सारे डक्स लेके जाएगी घर, तीसरा डक हो गया है. बट अगर तुम लॉरेन बेल की प्लान्स की बात कर रहे हो तो मैरिजा ने कैप की क्यों नहीं बात कर रहे हो? बॉलिंग की तो तुम सवाल नहीं उठा सकते ना मैरिजा ने कैप पे. Nita G9H, it's understandable when an overseas captain takes time to understand domestic Indian players. But why did UP not use Deepti properly? She's an international player, one of the best in the world. यही मुझे अभी तक समझ नहीं आया. Bhanumati, DC should go in with the same playing 11. Shafali was playing well until she decided to go for the big shot. She has become more mature than before. Right. Prince Virat, some positives and negatives of UP Warriors this season. Positives, I think Positive. I liked Simran Sheikh. I thought Simran Sheikh should have been used before. Uh, who else? Karante. Yeah, I mean, Meg Lanning's captaincy, maybe. That's about it. Very less positive. Negatives. Negatives, I think the biggest negative would be that they have not used their players properly, did not have a proper middle order. Yes, DC won today as they played in Tanya Sapna Bhatia. They should always play her in. She's the undisputed queen, best entertainer in women's cricket. Tanya Bhatia was not in the team. Gish, UP should get in players like Natalie evicted Brunt, Shafali Verma, and Orly Pendergast. Achha. Prince Virat, what should be done to increase the strike rates and consistency of our Indian uncapped players? Strike rate के पीछे भागना ही बंद कर दो इतना. ये जो ऑब्सेशन है ना कि T20 क्रिकेट है तो स्ट्राइक रेट बढ़ाना पड़ेगा एंड स्ट्राइक रेट बढ़ाने के लिए छक्के मारने पड़ेंगे हर बॉल पे. I think what we first need to do is get the basics right, the running between the wickets, the pacing of the innings. That's very important. The innings that Natalie Silverbrandt scored a century, she hit just 1 6 in that 100 runs. So when you talk about strike rate, power hitting is not the important part alone. Searching for gaps, rotating strike, converting the ones into twos is extremely important, which is what Indian players do not do. Denver Johnson, Cherney is becoming better with every match. Yes, absolutely. Snehalka, I said at a time DC lost back-to-back wickets. Feel like deja vu happened against DC again, going to last match against UP Warriors. But thank God. But DC did not lose against UP Warriors. Snehal, for God's sake, DC won the last game also against UP Warriors. They have done the double on UP Warriors this year. क्या है यार? परसों ना 820 हिट. कहाँ चले गए? एक कमेंट आने से दूसरे कमेंट कहाँ भागे जा रहे हैं? Is Diya Yadav a big hitter like Richa Ghosh? I was excited to see her playing, but it did not happen. Diya Yadav is more like Shafali, so yes, but not all power game. I think it's a mixture. Sharanya, DC ने चेस करके जीते हैं, cause DC ने ही टॉस जीता है हर बार at bowling लिए. Correct, but it has worked for them in whatever matches it has, right? Prince Virat, I want to see Dravid coaching UP various next season. यार एक बंदे को time तो दो. Denver Johnson. Cherney is becoming better and better with the ball as the time goes by. A huge prop to Jamie for investing and believing in her, always irrespective of the results, correct? Sports fan people sometimes judge franchisee performance and think that they should guide international selection. Do you agree? I think that can only happen when there's consistency. One season should not define international selection. It should be at least 2.5 seasons before one should be judged on their franchisee performance and picked up for international selection. Denver Johnson, Trisha, don't you think UP got it wrong? Got what wrong? Because they got a lot of things wrong. What are you referring to, Denver? Aniruddha, what's your thought on Sophie Molino being picked as the Aussie captain? Australia is no longer holder of any World Cup trophy. Can they bounce back in the next T20 World Cup? Today, in the commentary, Mel Jones was saying that Australia is fully prepared for the T20 World Cup, etc., etc. As far as Sophie Molino's captaincy is concerned, I'm very confused. Why is Sophie Molino the captain? Because especially because she's extremely injury prone. So we'll have to see what happens. Sports and should Shikha be retained basis last match? I don't think so, but we'll see. Indian supporter, what was the reason for MI's downfall, Trishadi? I think they did not get their batting working at all, especially the openers. They did not have a proper opening partnership throughout the season. And the other thing which did not work is I think MI had a number of players who were just filling in the playing 11 instead of being there as players who participate in the game. Denver, Trisha, the one thing Meg and Abhishek has not done well was not using Deepthi and Shikha properly. Shikha can bat. Bringing her at 7, there's definitely a huge gap in communication. Yes, Prince Virat, the players that are sitting on the bench in Australia can make 2 to 3 teams. How can Australia have lots of bench strength that no other country has at present, because they invest a lot on on what do you call that, on new talent, younger talent. Nirala Sarkar, hoping Nikki gets a redemption against Gigi and hoping DC secures a win against RCB in the final match. बहुत दूर जा रहे हो, यहीं तक रहो. Bhanumati, DC versus RCB would be a good final. It will be good for cricket and it'll be fine if any teams win. Why are people coming up with strange stats? वो नहीं पता भाई कौन क्या कर रहा है. इतनी रात को तो दूसरे क्या कर रहे हैं वो देखने का वो भी नहीं है, इच्छा भी नहीं है. Sports fan, Indian support, it's high time MI should realize that four overseas players will do everything. They should utilize their 11 instead of only focusing on just eight players. I agree. And why do people, Bhanumati, why do people claim DC chokers? They are the most consistent team in WPL. My favorite team is RCB, but heart goes out to DC. They deserve to win. DC are in chokers. They're the अभी कौन क्या बोल रहा है कि अभी क्या ही कर सकते हैं. Shafari Verma can perform against Gigi because her record against Gigi is well, yes. And then Lisa Lee will perform against RC. Bhanumati Shika hasn't done well. If they want to get her back, they can release her and get her at a lower price. MI can also do the same thing with Amelia Kara. I don't think they would get the same price as last year. Aussies have been dominating for so long, but over the past few years, South Africa has emerged as the most consistent team. The players have been doing a fantastic job, and that's why see how many South Africans have increased in the WPL as well. Okay. Indian supporter, is a week-long gap boon or bane for the finalist in WPL? Does it break rhythm, assuming number one side had a good run in the season, or was it just DC thing? ये तो नेक्स्ट ये 5 तारीख को ही पता चलेगा, बट हाँ मोमेंट ऑफ द ब्रेक होता है यार, बहुत ज्यादा होता है. प्रिंस विराट, हैव यू हैड योर डिनर? आई विल आफ्टर फिनिशिंग द शो. Nishan, if DC meets RCB, it's difficult for RCB. If GG meets RCB, it's difficult for GG. Well, Pavan HK, I missed your comment. Send your comment again, please. I'm so sorry. Bhanumati Bandhu, Nadine de Klerk and Richa Ghosh are currently the best finishers in the world by a country mile. There's no doubt in that. Sports fan, Trishadi, what if same third umpire officiates in DC versus GG match? Maza hi aa jayega. Bhanumati Bandhu, hope RCB breaks the curse of top team losing the final. Kavya Jan, Trishadi, take care of yourself. Good night. Good night. Persona, what is your ideal T20 India squad? Ideal squad. Uh, Shafali Smriti, Jemmy, Harman. At number 5, Deepthi. Number 6, Richa. Obviously, they can change depending on which over and all that. Number 7, Amanjot. 8, Sneh Rana. Since it's in England, maybe I'll just go with Charni and not Sneh Rana. And 9, 10, 11 would be, Shriyanka, Renuka, one among Kranti or Sayali, I think will get a chance. Pradeep Shinde, Mumbai Indians. Well, yes, I think sad for Mumbai Indians, but yeah. Prince Virat, okay, then have a good sleep. Meet you again in the next live. Take care. Thank you. Prince, you take care too, and definitely meet you in the next live. Bhanumati, nice analysis. Thank you so much. Pradeep Shinde, Gujarat is going to win this WPL. Definitely. Kavyajan, Amanjot Kaur, yes. I was forgetting Amanjot Kaur's name. Denver Johnson. I have a question. Why is Shafali even part of the test squad for Australia? Is she even a test player with that kind of patience and shot selection? She looks to make every match a T10, not even a T20. Denver, I think test match suits Shafali way more than um, you know any other format, to be fair. Prince Virat, I'm planning to go to all the cities where Indian women play after the T20 World Cup. Well done, Prince Virat. Aniruddha Datta, Indians playing in other leagues has, and in fact, Prince Virat, if you're going somewhere, do let us know. If we are there, we'll definitely catch up. Aniruddha Datta, Indians playing in other leagues has dropped significantly. There was a time as many as five Indians were in WBBL. This year, hardly one was picked in the draft, and Jimmy didn't play full season. Workload management is one of the reasons I do think so. No, no, yes, I forgot, I know, but Amanjot, of course, will be there. Pavan HK, Trisha ma'am, Jemima has the knack of winning tosses. Please, for God's sake, she must choose batting first over chasing, as Gigi has struggled chasing and they are not tested. But DC are one chasing now, that's what is the problem. Anisadu, will DC remove its jink? This time, team is not first position, this time, guessing so. स्नेहल केएमआई फैंस हाउ मेनी ट्रॉफी यू गाइस वांट टू विन अरे कोई भी फैन तो हर ट्रॉफी जीतना चाहेगा भानुमति why is the Indian team still backing her in there she hasn't done well to earn a call up to the Indian team क्या पता है यार क्या लॉजिक है स्पोर्ट्स फैन ये 1-1 मैच से एमी और नॉट के बारे में क्या जान किया यूपी ने अच्छा चार्ली नॉट played very well today she did show did show a lot of promise. Amy Jones anyway is a good batter. I don't know why was she not selected beforehand. एक मैच में क्या ही होगा as you said sports fan. Bhavjot Singh अभी positive things about यूपी में ये safe तो negative मिल रहे हैं. Positive things मैंने ये बोला कि Phoebe Litchfield is positive. I think the way Asha batted in one of the games is positive. और क्या है यार Simran Sheikh is a positive. Bhanumati, I got a weird dream where Talia Magra was punching Sophie. That's because she was deprived of of everything and was now also snatched captaincy. Quite possible. But तुम इसका ड्रीम क्यों देख रहे हो ये मुझे नहीं समझ आ रहा है. Denver Johnson, do you think they should have tried Najla Naushad? Shafali used her very well in the under 19 and she proved very useful. I think in the future, maybe right now, well, देखना पड़ेगा because she's not in the contention clearly. Bhanumati, do you think Talia Magra's dip in form is due to the team management playing her at number 7, nahi, number 8? Of course, I think that's there. Anit Sadhu, shocker for MI this season, also for UP Warrior after auction. Yes, after auction only, I had expected UP Warriors to have this sort of a what do you call that? This sort of a poor WPL. Aniruddha Datta, what happened to Mahika Gaur? No longer a regular in the England squad. Her form has dropped significantly. She's playing for USA. Automatically, she's not in the England squad because she's playing for USA and she was playing in the qualifiers. Indian supporters. Smriti's recent RCB podcast said this World Cup win is not only teams but also the few on-ground reporters who were consistent covering them even with so many hardships. I'm sure she was remembering you. Thank you so much, Indian supporter. And Smriti, if Smriti has said that, but I do think that Smriti was definitely talking about some other reporters. Pradeep Shinde, I mean, there are a few consistent, what do you call that, reporters who have been covering women's cricket. I'm sure Smriti was talking about them as well. Pradeep Shinde, if not Mumbai Indians, then I will support Gujarat now because DC choke in big stage. तो प्रदीप शिंदे तुम्हारा मन है तुम सपोर्ट करोगे तो किसी को भी सपोर्ट करो किसी से डरना नहीं जो पसंद है तुम उसको सपोर्ट करो a small Prince Virat, I have a small request for BCCI. Please telecast Indian women domestic matches too, as we don't know the names and abilities of our domestic players like we know in men domestic cricket. होगा यार future में. Bhanumati, I got that dream as I was shocked and couldn't believe for the next 3 days that Sophie became the captain. Understandable. Pradeep Shinde, it's time to add one more team in WPL from next year, not next year. उसके बाद से हो सकता है next year तक तो ये है ही. Bhanumati, and also I thought I read the wrong news and blocked the website for giving me this info, thinking that they gave me wrong info, but was later shocked to realize it was true. Hey भगवान तुमने क्या क्या कर दिया. Sports and I thought Meg will use her wand and do some magic. But the captain is as good as the team, unfortunately. Deep Prakash. Steve Smith also doesn't stay still while batting. Jemmy also doesn't. But both are fine batters. Secondly, Jemmy has stated many times she can't sit idle for long since childhood. I think she has ADHD. Maybe, of course. But I am not going to buy this point that I'm not going to buy this point that she can't stand still while batting because in many innings we have all seen her standing still and batting. I think today she was moving a lot more as long as it works for her, to be fair. ओके भानुमति तुम इतना मत ऐसा नहीं कि सोफी हमारे देश की प्रेसिडेंट या प्राइम मिनिस्टर बन गई उनके देश की कैप्टन बनी बनने दो यार Denver Johnson. Trisha, more than the analysis, I like the Q&A, and what I like even more in the Q&A are the witty and dry humoristic responses you give to absurd and not nonsensical comments. Consider stand-up comedy. I actually used to do stand-up comedy during my college days. I have done it in my during my MBA days also. It obviously shoot kiya. Uh, Anit Sadhu, do you share good relationship with current players in the Indian team? I share very good relationship with my friends and my parents, my sisters, and I think that's enough. बाकी तो देखो यार सब प्रोफेशनल रिलेशनशिप है तो गुड मतलब क्या मुझे एग्जैक्टली नहीं पता बट if you are saying if I see them in a room will they hit me will I hit them none of that do they come to my house do I go to their house no not at all in a press conference, if I ask them a question, will they avoid that question? No, not at all. So yeah, it is what it is. I mean, it's a work relationship that all of us have. Sportsman. I think proper broadcasting isn't happening. The main thing is collaboration with websites like Quick Info so that scorecards are easily accessible and stats. Absolutely. Uh, Bhanumati, Sophie does thrive under pressure. She was the player of the match in WPL final of 2024. Yes, that experience matters, yeah. Pradeep Shinde, what's your views on Pakistan boycotting India's men and women match in T20 World Cup? Does ICB? But have the women have not boycott anything. The men probably have. देखो आखिर में जाके मुझे तो लगता है कि मैच होगा क्या पता है इनका कुछ भरोसा नहीं है जान दो यार Anirudh Datta, don't think Mahika God is in the US team. What are you saying? Mahika God definitely, Mahika God had to be. Oh no, that was Tara Norris. I'm so sorry. You asked Mahika God. Sorry, it's 109. My bad. Mahika Gaur, I think, was injured and then she came back and did not get a chance. Sorry, I was talking about Tara Norris, Aniruddha Datta. Bhanumati, want India to win both the men's and women's World Cup? It will be good if both men and women's do it at once. हाँ तुम 4 तारे भी मांग लो अभी भानुमति अभी तो बहुत टाइम हो इन द सेम ईयर हाँ वही तो बोल रही हूँ तुम 4 तारे 2 करोड़ रुपए 4 करोड़ रुपए सब मांग लो प्रिंस विराट आई वांट टू सी मेग लॉरा कैप सोफी डिवाइन एलिस पेरी एंड नैट सिवर इन वन टीम और खेलेंगे कैसे भाई वो 4 ही तो ओवरसीज प्लेयर्स खिला सकते इंडियन पासपोर्ट दिला दे एक दो को अनित साधु हु विल विन दिस सीजन डीसी Snehal K, what is your prediction? Indian women team's upcoming series against Australia. I think the white ball series will be 2-1, 2-1 to ODI, possibly India, T20, possibly Australia. Test match, wow. Test match, I'll go with Australia. Bhanumati, thank you for your nice analysis. Your humor and insightful analysis are a treat to watch. Thank you. Uh, Indian supporter DY Patil deserved the WPL playoffs. Such a shame it is available for an inconsequential warm-up match. It has women's cricket soul. Very true. Aniruddha says Bishop summed it right. एक तो भाई ऐसे बिशप मत बोल मतलब ऐसे लग रहा है कि भाई है तेरा यन बिशप है वो यन बिशप summed it up right. Talia Magra has caught nothing but thin air even captaincy gone now so true. Yeah. Indian supporter, is Snehashita going to join you for playoff on ground? Absolutely, he's going to. From the third, he'll be here. Persona, without being biased, who has the best chance to win T20 World Cup? Wow. Mm, I don't know why, but it's a gut feeling. It's completely a gut feeling. I can't logically explain, but I kind of feel South Africa is going to win the T20 World Cup. But if you ask me the best chances, I would say Australia and England. Pavan HK Chisham and DC has won when bowlers done well, curtailing within 130 to 140. But if bat first put around 170 to 180, GG can be stopped because two times सूफी नहीं है रे, वो सिंगर थोड़ी है सूफी, वो सोफी डिवाइन है. तुम उसको सिंगर मत बनाओ सूफी. सोफी डिवाइन हैज बीन द प्रॉब्लम इन द लास्ट ओवर. क्या अभी देखो, अगर तुम्हें जीतना है तो जीतना तो है इतना. इधर यू कैन सी कि अच्छा हमने चेज करके जीता है, एंड दो मैचेस क्लोज लेके गए थे, हार गए. सो ओवरऑल इफ यू सी चेजिंग हैज वर्क फॉर डीसी. आइडियली आई थिंक दे विल चेज. Okay, sports and big day tomorrow. Big day today for women's sports. Anahat Singh won a very big title today in squash and badminton too. Devika won her first title. Absolutely. Um, Pradipta, if not India, then West Indies, UK, South Africa women should win this World Cup. यूके कौन लिखता है यार, इंग्लैंड लिख ले भाई. प्रिंस, मैं खुद ही कंफ्यूज हो गई, मैंने बोला यूके कौन सा टीम है, फिर याद आया कि अच्छा इंग्लैंड बोल रहा है. Okay, Prince Virat. Try to interview Cap once. Seems she has lots of stories, experiences to share. Yes, Prince. In fact, पता नहीं यार playing career में होगा कि नहीं Cap पे, but definitely we want to do a podcast with her. We don't want to do just a 10-minute or 15 minutes interview. A good 20, 25, 30 minutes chunk of getting to know her experiences through that whole time when women's cricket was not as big as it is now, because last year was the first time that South Africa cricketers got a contract. Before that, they did not even have a contract. So want to take her through all that. So I think once she retires, because when a player is still playing, at times players do not want to speak out a lot because of the they have to still go back and play under their board. And I'm not saying they're going to say negative about it, but there are a lot of things that they're mindful of, diplomatic. So maybe once she's done. Anit Sadhu, এসআইআর নোটিশ পেলে কি তুমি? না না, আমার এসআইআর ক্লিয়ার হয়ে গেছে, আমার আমার ফ্যামিলি সবার. ডিসি হার্ট লিভার সোল জিতেগি, but they will not win the trophy. Okay. I joy. Jemmy is the star. She is. Just like RCB, they will take 18 years of the number of Jemmy's jersey. Jemmy's jersey is 5. So next year, DC is winning. Indian supporter, you mean women's cricket T20 World Cup prediction, right? मेंस तो इंडिया होगा ना, वरना वेस्ट चांस. हाँ, मैंने तो विमेंस का ही बोला है, मैंने मेंस का तो मैंने सोचा ही नहीं. गिश, व्हाट इज जेमीज जर्सी नंबर? 5 बडी, 5. स्पोर्ट्स फैन, ओलंपिक्स में तो ग्रेट ब्रिटेन ही compete करेगी ना, तो वो भी तो जीबी है, यूके तो नहीं है. गिश, दे विल टेक those many years to win. हाँ तो 5. गिश, will players from Ireland and Scotland be included in Britain team for Olympics? ये मैं exactly नहीं जानती हूँ गिश, but a very good question. मैं जान के I'll come back in the next live. I will definitely tell you. Anit Sadhu, rate Jemima captaincy in this whole season. 3.5 out of 5, I would say. Because today also she got Cap at the correct moment and got Deandra Dottin's wicket. This very well could have gone up to 150, 155 had Dottin stayed on. But yeah, I think she has done well. Again, the slip catcher that I was saying. So overall, I would give her 3.5, but definitely, she has more to learn. Gish, because Sarah Bryce can play and Ola Pendergast would be a great addition. I completely agree with you. And I do think in Olympics probably they'll play together, but I don't know 100%. So once I get to know, I will tell. Prince Virat, Lizzie has lots of talent and age. Why did she retire early? ये नहीं पता यार. हो सकता है because um, they did not have contracts, and maybe it was not professional. Like, professionally, probably she was not getting enough. That's why she started playing the leagues. Um, Gish, thank you for your impactful analysis. Thank you, Gish. Anirudh Datta, not Ireland, but Northern Ireland is part of GB. Correct. Correct. England, Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland are part of GB. Yes, Anirudh. And Anirudh, you actually sound like Rohan Chaudhary. He has all this knowledge completely. He is an encyclopedia when it comes to Great Britain, UK, the division. I'm a little weak as far as that part is concerned. But thank you, Anirudh, for the insight. Pavan HK, ma'am, I hope you had dinner and please take care of your health. Hope you interview some players on finale. No, Pavan, I did not have dinner. Yes, I will take care of my health. And no, we can't get interviews of players before the final. Let's try if it's possible after the final. See, अभी इंटरव्यूज बहुत टफ हो गए, पता है क्यों? क्योंकि हर फ्रेंचाइजी के खुद के चैनल्स होते हैं ना, तो खुद के व्यूज के लिए वो खुद ही के प्लेयर्स के थोड़ा टफ हो जाता है. But we'll definitely try to get whatever content we can. Uh, Indian supporter, was that scene where CIA officials asking Pion about name of two women cricketers and he doesn't know? Yes, yes, it was true. They did not know the name of women cricketers, and that's what Mithali, Julian, they have fought from. So kudos to them. Let's end the show now, guys. It's 1:18 a.m. अभी तुम लोग भी सोने जाओ यार. तुम लोग क्यों इतना लेट तक जागते हो? हमारा तो चलो काम है. तुम लोग भी लेट तक जागते हो, 2 बजे तक जाग रहे हो. सो जाओ. सो जाओ. Half an hour. I'll read my book. I have to finish a few books also. Let's go. Chalo. Good night, guys. Tomorrow there is no live. Sorry, Cosmic Crazy saying Meg Lanning was just 100 short of my prediction. अरे यार, yes. प्रिंस विराट, आई लाइक शबाश मित्तू मूवी. ठीक है, ये इसका मैं पिक्चर लेके रखती हूँ. आई ओके. चलो, थैंक यू गाइस. गुड नाइट. एंड do join Snehashish and me on the 3rd. We will be back with the live tomorrow. Tomorrow there will be video from here, and I will write on the two teams that have gone to the. Eh? What are you writing? Trisha, have your dinner. Make the Mama Bhagne show a Mama Bhagne show someday. Sure. Kavya and Trisha, when Meg got out, then only game over. Yeah, almost, because Meg was the only batter who was scoring for UP, right? This is the 4th time I'm saying that. Thank you, guys. Good night. And I think, today Nominal is doing the back end because, of course, as I said, Snehashish is traveling. And Nominal has been asking that, okay. He's saying that we have a number of viewers. Thank you so much, guys. इतने रात को भी, you guys stay up, you guys ask questions, and the best part is all the questions are worth answering, worth taking. हाँ, कुछ उल्टा सीधा of course रहता है, पर ठीक है यार, कोई बात नहीं. So Anisha Shadu, Shubhoratri. Chalo, good night everyone, and see you on the 3rd. Neil, thank you so much for staying away and helping us. काव्या जैन सुशादी, यूपी वेरियस को मेग को एज कंटिन्यू करना चाहिए या दीप्ति को? आई थिंक दे विल कंटिन्यू विद मेग. आज एटलीस्ट मेग ने जो बोला उससे तो लगता है कि मेग को ही कंटिन्यू करेंगे काव्या, बिकॉज शी सेड आई एम एंजॉयिंग माय क्रिकेट एंड आई एम गोइंग टू कम बैक नेक्स्ट ईयर. Abhishek Nair will continue as coach. Yes, I think he'll continue as coach, and ideally it should be the case now. Cosmic Craze, एक season में you can't decide who's good or bad. So Navanil, 5 more seconds to touch 1 hour. यार मैंने अकेले ने 1 घंटा बात कर लिया तुम लोगों से. तुम लोग ग्रेट हो, सलाम है. कोई तो है जो बोलता है कि मैं अपने फैंस की फैन हूँ, तो मैं ये बोलना चाहूंगी, मैं अपने व्यूअर्स की फैन हूँ कि तुम लोग यार इतना सपोर्टिव हो कि इतने रात को भी you guys have come up and asked questions. Thank you so much, guys. This means a lot to Snehashish and me, and this encourages us, keeps us going. And as of now, good night, and take care, and see you guys on the third.